So, our friends from down under are going to show us how they handle accidents when they have no connection in a very unique and different way. And if I understand this right, it was a similar Innovation Weekend type event that you came up with the idea. So I'm pretty excited to see this. So guys, if you're ready, I got 6 minutes on the clock. Go!
Thanks, Craig. And can I just firstly say that it's absolutely freaking awesome to be up here on the Demo Jam stage with everybody here tonight. Now this evening, Matt and I would love to show you how easy it is to build a fully functional, offline capable mobile application with the skills that you guys already have and on the infrastructure you already have in your organisations.
The potential benefits of a mobile-enabled workforce is huge, but actually rolling out a mobile-enabled workforce, you've got devices, specific devices, you've got infrastructure, you've got licensing. It's just, what if we could roll out an application on any device without any infrastructure with almost zero cost?
And that's right, Matt, and that's the question that we really set out to answer when we started to build this application. Now, Matt and I are a couple of ABAP hackers. We're a couple of the grey hair brigade, if you like. So it was really important to us that ABAP formed a really key component to our development. So what we set out to do was build a gateway to our back-end systems, a lightweight, accessible gateway so that our mobile applications could talk to all our back-end ERP systems. The only other components that we wanted to do, we wanted to use HTML and we wanted to use JavaScript. With those languages, is it possible to build an offline capable mobile application?
Now, we always knew we could do a good online mobile application. BSP developers have been doing it for years. But what if you're in a conference with really bad Wi-Fi, or you're in a different country and really expensive 3G rates? You wanted a really fast, feature-rich, occasionally connected mobile application.
And then we heard about HTML5. Now there's a whole bunch of new features in HTML5. There were two that stood out to us. The first one was offline storage. This basically meant that we could store data against our browser. It's like having a database on your device, but you don't have to do any work to have it there. The second thing was what's called an application cache. Now we're building a website, we're building a web application. What the application cache does is it means that it can bring all the pages back to the device, and then the device can work offline. All the pages are available locally. It makes for a really fast application. So with these tools, we figured, yeah, we can build this application, it's going to be capable. Now what is the killer use case to demonstrate the capability?
Safety. Tracking safety incidents when and where they occur is really paramount to achieving near zero harm in any organisation. But as you can see, incidents can occur anywhere.
Are you going to be alright?
Yeah.
Can we continue? No. That's good. And fortunately, up here on the Demo Jam stage, on my iPad right here, I have an incident tracking application that we can use to log exactly what just happened to Matt. It's running here in what we like to call our super generic mobile application framework.
Of course, this could be running on an Android, iPhone, or any HTML5 browser on any device.
That's right. So here's the application on our home screen. Now it's important to note for this demonstration that this is just a shortcut to Safari. We're just going to launch the browser. We haven't installed any software or any applications on this device. So let's start the application.
So we've just come off the plane from Australia, so we're still in flight mode, but that's not an issue for the framework, because we can work online or offline thanks to HTML5.
That's right. So let's create this incident that Matt just had. So we'll call that, well, let's say, stupid. And Matt, can you tell me what sort of incident it was?
It's a near miss.
Alright, probably not categorised, but we'll put it down as a near miss. Now, can you tell me a little bit more about what happened?
That clock was really distracting.
That clock is distracting. So we'll just draw a sketch of the incident.
So here's a good example of a rich UI experience. It's taking advantage of the canvas element in HTML5. Could use this for something like signatures, for example.
That's right. Now, we'll also just check out the GPS coordinates. We're using, once again, HTML5 to talk to the GPS chip within this device. Part of the JavaScript APIs allows us to do this, and this makes for a powerful mobile application, something we can do, for example, we have the augmented reality GPS location. We also have the capability to do location-based analytics. Now, we'll submit the incident back to the back end. And you'll see that it's waiting to be synchronized, and we'll synchronize.
Obviously, we're still in flight mode.
Good point, Matt. Let me turn the wireless back on, go to our settings, turn our airplane mode off, and we'll keep our fingers crossed for good connections. And let's go back to our application and synchronize. And fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. All done.
So I'm back at the office, sitting in front of my personal object work list, running on my mini WAS running in the cloud. but just as well it could be as running on your 4.7 ERP system at home. Yes, so anyway, let's refresh the system.
Now Matt and I took a basic Ajax approach to pushing this data back. We're going to get under the hood here for a second. We use JSON, we serialize our incident into a JSON string. We're also able to pull the image from the canvas element as a PNG base64 image. We send that back as JSON. We've written a custom HTTP handler and ICF. It's all in AMAP. We've also got a JSON parser in there as well. Told you we loved AMAP.
Yeah, so here's a sketch of our incident, location of our incident, here we are in Vegas.
But Matt, what about analytics? Where's my dashboard?
Everyone wants a dashboard nowadays, and thanks to BI on Demand, we've already pushed this instance straight out to the cloud, and we can visualize it straight away like this.
Which is really interesting, because that means I can also use the SBO Explorer, just like this.
So while this is loading, let's summarise what we've seen.
We've seen a real life use case solving what we believe is an innovative mobile solution.
And we've seen a browser-based application that runs on multiple devices, online or offline, and persists data locally. It's a rich user experience, all thanks to HTML5 capabilities.
And we've shown that we can build an offline-capable mobile application with the skills and the infrastructure out there that you guys have already got.
And innovation without disruption. No additional infrastructure or licensing, using an ICF as your service gateway, and BI on Demand for analytics.
Yep. And we've shown a really simple solution for mobility.
How simple, Al?
So simple, Matt, that a couple of guys like you and me were able to put it together in a couple of weekends in our own time, purely based on our love of writing code and the love of the technology. In fact, it's so simple that if you guys out there cheer loud enough and long enough for us, Matt and I are going to take this code, we're going to put it up on the Code Exchange, where you guys can actually pop the hood and have a look at the engine and see how easy it is for yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Just guys.
All right.